confuses me every time. It's like long. You know what? I think it confuses.
I love
Long
a
and
mango,
flat. It's
though.
so weird. All right,
like a
if
good
you are
mango.
planning to plant a garden, 'tis the season. It is finally that time. You can go ahead and put your annuals in. And we're learning how to start container gardens with Master Gardener Sarah Bailey. She's back to kick off a new year of tips with us right here on Great Date Night. We couldn't be more happier that you're back.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here, and thank you for holding off the rain.
My pleasure. It is anything I can do to help you. I'm putting this out there.
Okay.
I'm looking for someone to help me put my annuals in because I don't have time
Really?
to do it. So I will pay someone to come to my house
Okay.
and plant my annuals. They have to do it and design it and do the whole thing. Really? All right.
yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go. It looks like you've got your help.
How are you, Sarah?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready for another season.
Oh my God, this is so exciting. We have so many different plants here, from red leaf lettuce to tomatoes to basil to peppers to cilantro.
Marigolds.
And no, that's parsley, dear.
Parsley, sorry.
parsley.
And the whole idea is you don't need a big garden.
Okay.
To have a garden.
Okay.
So if you live in an apartment, you have a balcony. If you live in an area that doesn't have a big yard, last year we worked on the raised bed, which was small enough in itself, but some folks don't even have that much space.
Right.
So here in this simple container, we can do tomatoes, parsley, basil, lettuce, peppers, oregano, and then some marigolds that are in there. One for color and two for a little bit of pest resistance.
So you're saying that you can put all of these plants that we see here in this one
Yep,
container?
in this one container.
All right.
Now, there are a couple things you have to make sure of. You have to make sure it gets enough water.
Okay.
You have to make sure it gets enough food because it is a confined space.
Now this is a deep container. Is
But
the
it's
whole
actually
thing
not
filled?
that deep.
Is the whole thing? Okay.
And it has a little drainage
Yes.
system in it as well.
Piece in it that
Now
makes it a
we're
little bit
talking.
shallower.
Got it.
So if I was doing deep-rooted material, I might want to do it all the way down.
Okay.
But this makes it movable and a little bit lighter.
And if you didn't have that fancy plastic thing, could you put rocks in at the bottom?
You
of the thing?
could. This works better.
Okay.
If you do rocks, make sure you put in some sort of permeable cloth so that the soil stays where it's supposed to be.
And that is called the Oops-a-Daisy planter insert.
That one in particular, yes.
Only $12. That's great.
So the next thing is you need to make sure you get enough water in this. And we know how dry it gets in the summer because we may be wet right now, but that switch is going to turn.
Yep.
And we're going to be back to the dry spell.
I'm so with you.
So in order to keep it so that you don't have to water 3 times a day, you can put in some material such as this gel that it goes in dry, but when you put water in, see if I can do this without spilling it,
Oh my
it
God,
turns
look at
into
that.
goo.
It turns
pretty
into
cool.
goo.
And then it slowly releases that water.
It slowly
over time
releases. That is
into the container.
remarkable. I've never even heard of anything
So
like that.
pretty cool.
it'll let you have a little bit more flexibility
Okay.
in terms of your water. You're still going to have to probably plan on watering at least
Yeah,
once a day.
Sarah, how do you use it? Do you put it in the
You
soil?
just put it in the soil. You don't put it at the top because
You
otherwise
put it in the soil at
You
the.
want it to stay
otherwise you
moist.
see the goo.
Right, right.
And the goo's not exactly attractive.
And
Yeah.
these are all plants that take a pretty good amount of sun. So
Oh, yeah,
that's
this is all-
important to know.
this is all pretty much full
So
sun.
if you live in an apartment or you're facing the sun or in your backyard, depending on where you're going, like these are all things that can take a lot of sun. And also if you add the flowers, I love that you did this because it also helps attract the bees and helps to pollinate.
Exactly.
your
They
garden,
also
so,
have some
yeah.
some deterrent quality for some of the pests you
Marigolds,
don't like.
absolutely. I love marigolds.
It's not foolproof, but
Okay.
it helps.
All right.
But it does help. And to your point of container gardening and things like that and not being overwhelmed, I mean, this is super easy. Like you can do this with your family, your kids, and
Yeah.
make it like a project. And look at you have fresh. I mean, imagine making your tomato, basil, mozzarella salads in the summer with,
Yeah.
with
You
your
just
own
come out
stuff
and
in
you
the
pick.
garden.
Okay.
The one thing you're going to do when you plant this basil, because basil you usually see it bushy,
Right.
And is you're going to have to prune it.
Oh, I would be afraid
Don't
to
be
do that.
afraid. Can
So
you
use
show
this.
people
Use
this
it.
though? Like, look at how you prune that. Can you explain how you prune your parsley and your tomatoes? Because
This is really the only one you're going to prune.
Okay.
Smells
Of
like,
this group.
This smells like Rayo's.
The tomato that I've chosen stays small.
Yep.
Stays compact. Obviously, you don't prune lettuce except to eat it. And the peppers and the parsley you don't really. But
And we
basil
cut-
likes to be pruned.
But when
Jamie,
we do
can
the
you
parsley,
smell
we
this?
cut.
Can
When you
you
do the
cut it in,
parsley,
yeah.
Can you smell that at home? That is
we're
just absolutely
oogling
gorgeous.
over the
Sorry.
basil at the
The
moment.
basil's delicious,
Sorry.
but show how to cut your parsley.
When you're
because
going to cut the parsley, you're going to
Oh.
take it all the way down to the bottom.
Yep, and
Oh,
don't be
all the
afraid
way
to do
down.
that.
And there you go. And you can use the stems in cooking.
And will it grow back?
It'll grow right back.
Okay.
All of this the lettuce, when it gets hot, the lettuce is going to kind of fade away.
Yeah.
It doesn't like the heat.
Okay.
But you will have harvested it by that point, and we can put something else in there, which we'll do later this summer.
Terrific. Now, the marigolds, would they go in like in this clump, or would you spread them out,
Your
space
choice.
them out? Your
Your
choice.
choice.
All right.
Whatever
this
your
will be
artistic
fragrant
feeling.
What
and
is this
beautiful.
stuff? We have about a minute.
This is fertilizer.
Oh.
So you're going to want to fertilize. This is a I use a granular fertilizer.
Okay.
Either this kind, which is an organic one, or a lot of people who have houseplants are familiar with the little round
Okay.
pebble types.
Got it. Got
And
it. Got
then
it.
because it's a container and you don't have a lot of space, I also will fertilize weekly with a liquid solution at half strength. Weekly.
All right, Sarah Bailey, we can't thank you enough.
This is awesome.
I'm so excited for our next segment. I'm just taking this home right now.
You
you're
should.
not.
It's beautiful.
Renee, thank you so much for joining us.
I had a great time
Will
today.
you come
Thank
back tomorrow?
My pleasure.
I absolutely will. Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
we want to thank you for joining us on Great Day at 9A here on The Wax. Of course, we're over on Channel 3 starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then we come on over to The Wax. So thanks again for joining us. Have a great day, everybody. Renee, thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Sarah.
Take care.